Hello, I'm Justine from Sustainable RSM, and today I'm talking to Professor Rob van Tulder from the Department of Business Society Management. Now, Rob has a book coming out very soon called Realising Sustainable Business. It's about the tipping points for sustainable businesses, and we've got some questions for him. In your recent study on Dutch companies and their sustainability practices, what areas of sustainability did it cover?
Basically what we are looking at is all areas of sustainability, but at the strategic management level. So it means we look at marketing, we look at supply chain, we look at human resource management, and we look at the combination of this. The realization of sustainability is not a functional problem anymore, but it's a strategic problem, where you have to align internal functions of the firm, marketing, logistics, human resource management, organization, and external functions of the firm with stakeholders, with suppliers, with others at the same time. And this is such a huge sort of management challenge that what we're looking at is how can leaders in firms bring these areas together, what are the barriers, what are the interventions needed, and how can you just sort of reach a tipping point where sustainability is not just one department or one tool, but it's integrated in the whole business, and what is required to do that internally and externally at the same time.
Okay, so were those the important findings, or were there other important?
But the important findings was that the realization of sustainability means that you have to bring all those stakeholders together.
Okay.
And you have to define a common purpose, and you have to be able to also make the business case for sustainability. And we defined 4 types of business cases, and the very simple business case is that's a financial gain. That's not really the most sophisticated one, and it's also very difficult to prove. There is another one, it's what we call the reactive business case, where you say, well, if we do something on sustainability, it helps us in limiting losses. And also, if there is a reputational problem, then our sustainable image helps us in moderating the losses that we get. And the third type of business case is this, what we call the strategic business case. It's clear that many firms now have faced a number of strategic challenges. Lack of resources, lack of new technologies. All the crises that we face at the moment are crises of sense-making for business and for society. So the fourth type of business case is what we call a proactive case, where you have to look for not just strategic advantages, but for societal advantages. All firms that we looked at all those dimensions. Now the most interesting finding, I think, is that many firms have reached a sort of reactive business case, but hardly anyone has really reached an active or a proactive business case. And there were 2 major findings there. There's one of leadership. You have to define an agenda for sustainability. Unfortunately, that's not hardly ever quantifiable in the sense that directly you do that and then there's a direct positive link to your financial profits. But it has something to do with leadership, and it's something to do also with entrepreneurship. First the investment, then the profits. But what is the second most important one is that even there, leadership alone is not enough. It has to be leadership together with stakeholders. It's called co-creation of value, where you create a value proposition of the firm, that can be anything, and it has to be linked to a societal value proposition. Now if you do that, then you reach the barrier, you reach the tipping point, and then you create a sustainable competitive advantage.
Okay. So those are the implications for businesses.
Yes.
What about for students of ours who are looking to follow a career in sustainable business? What do they need to do?
Any functional area of management is relevant, but within that functional area of management you have to go beyond just the models. So sustainable marketing, for instance, is not marketing alone anymore. It has to be combined with innovation, it has to be combined with finance, it has to be combined with all sorts of other areas. So the challenge for our students will be that they get enough information on marketing, for instance, take marketing as an example, to be a proficient marketing manager, and they have to be strategically resilient almost to also include other areas. I guarantee you a top-ranked position within the firm because you are dealing with the strategic issues of the future. There's no doubt in my mind that in any area, the real strategic challenges will be how to make your area sustainable.
Fantastic. We look forward to seeing the book and the English translation that comes later.
There will be an English translation, yes.
Thank you.